Hey team! Okay, I thought I would have really good notes for this mid-month checkup, but I'm not going to write down notes. I'm just going to say what comes to my mind. So we just had a Super Saturday in Oklahoma City. I'm supposed to do training tonight at 9 o'clock, and you guys know that it's not been consistent because something will come up or I'm out of state or something. Tiffany, I'll have to call you back. Whenever I don't get on here on Tuesday nights, you guys, there's the director 2%, or not 2%, I'm sorry, it's the 2 director training page. So make sure you guys are in that group, because if I can't get on here to pump you guys up on a Tuesday, you jump on there. It will pump you up. Trust me, it'll give you some really good advice. So utilize other things whenever I cannot be there, and you guys as leaders utilize the same skills. You know, cross line with people, have someone else go into your team page to do the training or whatever you have planned for that week. This is something that I was taught to do, and I do it, and now I'm teaching you guys. So make sure that you guys are just trying to utilize other people or other avenues to keep things going in case something happens, because as you know, our businesses are crazy. So that's not exactly what this is about, but just FYI, I might not be able to jump on here tonight because I do have some things coming up that I've got to do. I've got a lot of calls I've got to make. Okay, so to touch base, hey Jessica, hey Kaylee, I wanted to, one thing I want to talk about is events. Somebody asked me this morning, you know, how do you get people to events? And I visited with her. I don't have the perfect answer for this, you guys, but I do have an overall general view of like kind of how these events do turn out to be really big events. There's a lot of different events. Now, events will build your business. It could be an event that you schedule with somebody over lunch. Don't underestimate a lunch event. If you guys are just starting off in your business, or if you're old in the business, if you guys have been in it for a long time, a lunch date can literally change your whole mindset. It can change your momentum. It could change you being not fired up to fired up. And if you have fire, you will go far in this business. If you have a lot of, you know, excitement, it's going to go further. So excitement does get people to events. However, you don't have to create this crazy hype that's not legit. The facts are good enough. Remember that in your business. You don't have to create anything new. But don't underestimate your lunch meetings, your one-on-ones. I had a lunch meeting yesterday with Carissa Manis and the Thunder cheerleader head coach. And she signed up just several hours after that. You know, but you know how Carissa got her to that lunch from my perspective, because I didn't ask Carissa how she got it to do it all. Jessica, yes, we need to talk about that. Jessica's all texting me messages. So how Carissa got her there, I don't know the full details, but I do know that whenever I was there, I asked her, have you seen a Meet Monet? And she says, yeah, she's been to a meeting. So you guys, it's not going to be one meeting that's going to get your person on board. It's not going to be one Meet Monet. It's not going to be one launch event. One event is not going to get you to the top of the company, and it's not going to get you to, more than likely, it's not going to get you to MMP. So if you guys are expecting this event in 2 weeks to get you to the rank that you need to hit, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. I've seen this over and over again. It's not going to happen unless you guys are doing all the work in between those events. It's the activities that you do, the talking to people, multiple exposures. All of this stuff is going to create your event to be successful. At the event, people sometimes don't sign up. That's okay. Remember, it's about the exposures and doing your job and leaving it up to them, but you have to ask for the sale. At the end, ask them on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you see yourself in starting Monet? And if they say a 7, that's great. Ask them how to get them to an 8 or a 9 or a 10. Ask them how. What's it going to take? How am I going to encourage you to go full-time in this business, or run full blast in this business, or be more excited about it? What's holding you back? So ask the questions. You guys are really consulting people on these, on signing up in the business, or even being a customer. You're consulting them. You are walking them through questions. You are reassuring them that they are doing the best idea. Hi, Angelina. I'm calling you as soon as I get off live, I promise. We tried calling each other back to back this morning. So yes, Randy did this yesterday, and that's why I'm bringing it up, because it's such a good point. Ask your people what scale, 1 to 10, where could they be? So Randy talked to me about that yesterday. And if you guys are catching on to what I do in my business, I learn from my downline. I learn from my crossliners, and I learn from other people in my organization. I don't have all the answers. I don't know everything. I do know that I can get good enough stuff to make me a millionaire from other people. So if it's good enough for me, it should be good enough for you guys. You guys don't have to go all the way up to the top to get the best answers. Most of the best answers in your guys' business is somebody who's just starting out, who just experienced a successful sign up. Remember, stay in the trenches and make this business simple. You will overcomplicate this business at one point in your life, I promise. And the second you overcomplicate it is the second that you're going to wonder if this is for you. So if you've run into that, trust me, it's for you. It's not about anything else other than the way that you are creating your business. You can either create the dream or create the nightmare. How are you developing your business? Make it simple, it'll be a dream. Make it always enlightening. If you talk bad about one person in your organization or your upline, guess what? You just created the nightmare. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that go on in your business that people don't really think that it has to do with their business, but it does. Your day-to-day walk, your day-to-day speaking to your people, and I'm not just saying speaking like training. No, the speaking one-on-one with people is what's going to build your business and your culture. Culture will get your business where you want it to go. Culture excites people to come to your events. Culture gets people stuck into the business whenever they feel like they should be getting out and wanting to run away. So just remember, if you are creating a really good atmosphere for your people, they're going to feel a comfort zone in there. They're going to feel like this is, Monet, it's a happy place to come to. You guys want that for people, whether they're signed up or not signed up. You want them to feel secure, that they can come to you for reassurance. So that goes a lot with how you're going to conduct your business in the long term. So I know that a lot of people think of just the one event or the event that's coming up soon to work their business. If you guys think that working your business is only at the events, you are completely wrong. It's your day-to-day, consistently checking into your business and consistently reaching out and consistently talking to your people is what's going to build your business, which will make you a successful event in the end. And, you know, it is all about exposing new people to the business. So if you guys are introverts or you do better with one-on-one meetings, you do not have to have a launch event with 20 people there. I highly recommend it. However, if I would have told Kendall Weldon that the only way she could be successful was a Meet Monet with a lot of people there, she wouldn't have about half of her frontliners that she had in her first 6 months. Why do I know that? Because all of her people that she signed up was done at a coffee date. It was done over lunch. You guys have got to eat at some point. Some of you guys are taking off, not working anymore. You guys are doing this full time. You guys have to eat. Dress up, go meet somebody for lunch. Don't eat by yourself. You got to eat sometime. If you're busy, that's what I do. And I'm telling you guys this because I learned it from experience yesterday. Like, my schedule is packed, like slammed. However, yesterday I was up in Edmond. I had to run errands and I had to eat at some point. And so Chris is like, I told Chris, I was like, if you want me to meet you with that gal, I'll come meet with you because I got to eat, right? So anyway, I'm telling you guys, like, really big things in your business can be done in just the little crooks and crannies of you grabbing a meal and sitting down with somebody and answering some questions, sharing your culture, sharing your business opportunity. And you don't have to freak out about what to say. Whenever you get there, you got the Dare to Succeed. If they have already seen a Dare to Succeed, go over some of it and see what things they don't understand, or ask them what scale they are on. Allow them to ask questions. So don't feel like if you guys are hosting an event and nobody shows up that you're a failure. I had an event here in Oklahoma City about 6 months ago and only 12 people came and they were all market partners. So if I can do this and not have people show up and still be successful, you guys can too. I promise. I usually don't sign up people from inviting them to an event and then waiting for the event for them to come for me to give them the beans. Honestly, I hardly ever do that. I really do. Some of you guys might do that, and that's cool. But I just want you guys to know that every single business is different. The way that you conduct your business, the way that you relate to your people that you know is going to be probably different than the way I do. With my people, I get along really well. Let's say I'm messaging, I just signed up, and I've got 3 or 4 really, really good friends that know me pretty well. My lingo might be different from yours. My lingo is probably going to be like, dude, you're going to be thanking me later. Trust me in this. You need to come up with $300. $350. Come up with $350. I'll explain it later. That's how I work with my people, because that's how I got my people to sign up. I literally messaged 3 people and said that thing, and they all said, whatever you say, I'm doing. So not all of you guys have influence with your friends like this. I did with just a handful of friends. Not everybody jumped on board, you guys, and I didn't talk like that to everybody. However, your lingo with your people is going to be different. So whenever someone signs up, I can't tell you this is what you say to a new market or a potential person. However, if you're confused and you don't know these people very well, use the Smart Start workbook. I think it's page 4. They literally have an example of how you break the ice and invite people to your events. So there's different ways for everybody. There's no right or wrong way to do it, but I will say that you're going to have less response if you verbally vomit on somebody and then make it all about you. So whenever you do talk to people about this business and try to get them to meet up with you, if it's about you, they know it's about you and it's not about them. If it's about them and you trying to help them and you are always talking and thinking of them first and foremost, and they know you care about them before your own personal results or paycheck, they will probably meet with you a lot better if they feel like it's more about you. So continue to make sure that you are making this about the prospect and you're just the middleman messenger, okay? I did not start Monate Company. I'm not the president. I did not formulate the products. I'm not a scientist. I can't tell you any details about the products, okay? I don't know that stuff. The company did that. All I did was say, y'all, if we sign up and buy product and sell product, we make this money. That's my job and that's your job. So some of you guys are very detail oriented, and I will tell you right now, you're slower than the other people. I'm not saying you're not less successful. I'm just saying you're slower. You feel like learning is earning. So the more information, and for those of you guys who don't know what green is, go read the 4 color personalities of MLM. I can talk on here all day long. You guys can watch every video that I have. However, most of the stuff that I've learned that have made me be able to get messages across are from books. So go read that book. It's by Big Al Schreider. Go read that book. If you're a green personality, you are probably slower in this business, and that's okay. Some of my greens are the most successful. Ann Fisher is I'm for sure is different color personality than Tony Van Schoik, and I'm completely different from all of them. So everybody's got their own color personality. A lot of them mesh with 2 different colors. If you can speak their language, you will understand why they are the way they are. It's not so you can judge them differently. It's so you can work with them better and you can have more patience with those people. My greens, I have patience with. If they need to get more details and more information about the product and why Capixel does this and how much Capixel is in the shampoo, y'all, I don't have the answers for that, and I never will, and I don't expect to, because I make money not knowing it. So why would I go out of my way to do the scientific stuff whenever I've been this successful already? However, if we run into problems and need to adjust and I need to know this stuff, definitely I will get my hands into that stuff. But I'm telling you guys right now, more simple is easier for your business. So the more simple you make this business and the more that you use what the company has already advertised, their YouTube videos make me so much money, y'all. If somebody asks me about the product, I literally ask them, what kind of results are you looking for with your hair? Are you looking for more hydration? Are you looking for more volume? Or are you looking for both? If they say both, I put them on the magnify system. If they say one or the other, I put them on the volume or the hydration. One or the other. Super, super simple stuff, right? Well, whenever they answer me, I send them the video to the YouTube link, because the YouTube video is going to explain everything. It's beautiful, it's attractive, and they know they can copy and paste that video and rewatch it again or resend it again. This is called a system. When there's systems in place, your teams will move faster. If you guys are reinventing the wheels, your team will slam on the brakes, probably derail, and probably go off and get on a new rail, like on a whole new track. If you guys are reinventing this wheel, it doesn't work. What you do is dig into personal development. If you guys want to become a leader, you work on you, not recreating the Monate system. We've got $1 million earners in this company. Both my uplines are $1 million earners, and I've got 4 or 5 girls that are on their way to earning their jackets too. I think that this is working well enough to where we don't have to reinvent it. So just remember, if you guys are trying to recreate stuff, don't do that. use the system the Monate has in place for you. Use the Market Partner Academy for everybody signing up. I don't care if they're great salesmen. I don't care if they don't know what they're doing. I don't care if they just want to do this part-time and make $500 a month. They need to watch the Market Partner Academy and go through it, and on the notes on the side, they need to be writing their notes in, because in a couple of months or weeks, when they come to you asking for help and advice, and you find out they didn't do the Market Partner Academy, you are going to spend hours of your time explaining the Market Partner Academy and what step that they're probably stuck on. Because you guys, if somebody's stuck in my business, you know what I personally do that's caused me success? I re-onboard them. Re-onboard. There's other stuff that goes on in between, like mentally getting stuck, not having the confidence, not feeling good enough, running out of leads, running out of people, not having the network anymore. That kind of stuff, we adjust. You're going to run into all of those things at one point or another in your business. Whenever you get over it, you can teach your team how to overcome it. So every single time you run into something, just know you're either losing money or gaining money. If you learn from it and grow, you're going to be earning more money, and you're going to be able to teach other people how to do it too. So you're actually earning a fortune. Every obstacle you run into and overcome, that's your fortune. But if you are honestly running into these walls and giving up and backing away, not thinking that you're strong enough to overcome these things, that's where you're going to lay, is in the floor and not going anywhere in your business. So whether you think you can or you can't, you're absolutely 100% right. So tell yourself that you can do this. I can do this, you can do this, and all of your people that you bring into this business and the ones that you haven't talked to yet can do this too, and it might be for them. So don't prejudge anybody, please. I would have never guessed that the Thunder cheerleader head coach would be signing up, but she did. She signed up yesterday. So you guys, this is a big deal. There's people out there who want this business. There's people out there who are making money. There's people out there who are not making money. Please invite everybody. Ann Fisher did not know I was broke and struggling when she reached out to me. And if she would have thought that I was doing okay, more than likely a lot of you people would not be here today. So imagine the ripple effect that you could be creating whenever you break the ice with somebody and ask them to take a look at your opportunity. You really honestly never know. So I encourage you guys to stick with the basic simple steps in your business and have an event planned, but just know that your money is not going to come and your business is not going to grow just in particular at that event. What's going to happen from today and the time of your event, the stuff that happens in between there, is what is going to create your success. It's what's going to create your learning, and it's also what's going to create that excitement that's going to get people to the events. So it's the little things in between. You know your people. If you don't know your people, there you go. That's your job. Go get to know them and find out what color personality they are in this business, and then you can start to have a ton of fun in it. So if you guys have ever read that book and actually practiced it, just throw a bunch of hearts and then say that, yes, I have, or say, yes, I've practiced it and it works. I want you guys to show everybody else that it does work, because I literally do practice this business. I practice the color personality book. I use it a lot. I use it a ton in my business. I really do think that if a red personality comes at me and they're like, I want to make $10,000 a month, I will ask them, are you sure that's all you want to earn? If it's a yellow personality and they're like, I just want to kind of tinker in this, a yellow, you're going to fire them up more by saying, imagine all the people's lives that you can impact if you say yes to this business opportunity. If they're green, just let them know we've got Jamie Ross, the scientist, and we've got all the backings, we've got all the studies. Send them the clinical trials and your website that has the science link on it. Let them do the digging. You do not have to do more digging, because greens retain that information, and greens will feel more secure to move forward in their business if they feel like they have all the statistics and facts on the back end. So what's the other color? Blue. If there's a blue, tell them there's a cruise coming up. Tell them there's trips coming up. Tell them that there's this awesome event coming up and there's a ton of champagne. They'll go. They will go. Tell them they get to invite as many people as they want. And one day, maybe one day, they could get up in front of everybody and give a little speech. That will get a blue totally excited about your business. A lot of blues want to speak in front of people. They like to be heard. So, and if you can't figure out which one's the blue in the room, all you have to do is start talking and look around the room and find the one who's not talking, or find the one who's not listening and they're talking. That's the one who's the blue. So Anyway, and the yellow is usually the one who's going around making sure everyone's feeling comfortable. The red's the one who's saying, oh, I totally know how to do this and I could do it better. And then the greens are like, I don't know about this. This is all really analytical and I don't think you have enough backing on it. So there's a lot of different people that you're going to find in the room. However, what's going to get tricky is that there's a life color personality trait. There's an MLM color personality. The MLM color personality is what you'll find whenever you start working this business with them. And just remember, you're not judging them to say they're better than anybody else. Every color personality has their issues and something that's holding them back from being successful. Sometimes not, but more than likely, everyone has something to deal with or something to adjust. So you can't ever say like, oh, reds are better than yellows. That's not true. None of them are better than the others. They're all the same equally. They're all equally successing the same exact time. It's actually just about their personal habits and how they simplify the business and keep moving forward when things get difficult. So, yeah, so use that to your advantage. It's a really, really fun book, and it's a lot of fun to practice it. Just remember, you're not judging them to say that they are good or bad or they've got bad habits or whatever. The reason you are studying this book is so you can better communicate and understand the person that you're working with. So the more you can better understand and communicate, you can tell the people what they need to hear. And whenever people feel like they have the answers and it's simple, then they move forward. So don't recreate the wheel. Your business is built from event to event. It's not built at the event. Quit expecting one big meet Monate event to build your business because it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. I've never had one event where I had more than 2 guests ever. I've been doing this for 3 years. Never had more than 2 guests show up for me personally. Never. And I remember the event I had 2. I was stoked. So just remember, it's not always about the one meet Monate event. I highly encourage them. The events are where your business is going to stick. But it's the stuff that you do in between that's going to get those people there. So one-on-ones, that's one person. If you could do 1 or 2 one-on-ones a week, you guys, that's slow pace, but that's you being successful. You guys don't have to compare yourself to someone else who recruits 20 people a week. You know, if you know your pace, you don't have to tell yourself you're not successful if you don't recruit 7 people this week. What makes you successful is you achieving your goals that you wrote out. And so if you don't have a goal wrote out, right there's your problem. You need to have an actual physical goal written out for this week and this month. Now tomorrow's the 15th. That's halfway through the month. We've only got 1/2 of the month left over. You guys still have half of this month to determine your success on the 15th for December, which is 1 more paycheck before Christmas time. If you guys want to help other families in need, you guys have the opportunity to earn that money right now. If you guys still need to help out your family in need, you guys still have another 15, 16 days to work that out before you get paid on the 15th. Those bonuses are on the table. Monate has no problem writing the checks. The only thing they need you to do is to listen to them. That's it. You just got to take their advice and do everything that Monate's putting out there for you guys. So, so anyway, yeah. It's pretty exciting to be a part of it because we just paid out like $21 million in commissions last month, and there's so many people who are just so excited about their paychecks tomorrow, and I can't wait to see what you guys are making. So if you guys see your paychecks tomorrow and you're really excited about it, I would love to hear about it. I really do. That stuff gets me so fired up. But help somebody make a paycheck. Help somebody make a paycheck. You can't do this business for anybody, but you can teach them how to fish. You can't give people fish because there's just not enough to go around, but you can teach people how to fish. You can't do this business for somebody. You can't drag them across the finish line because it will slow you down from helping more people. If you guys want to do the best in your business, it's honestly leading. If you want to do good for other people, lead them. Lead them by a way that you would want them to lead their team. So just conduct yourself, and you might not be the person that you think is capable of leading a big team right now, or maybe you do. Either way, we are all adjusting at this together. Nobody signs up already successful in this business. You can't just sign up and be an SED. You got to go through the nitty gritty. You got to learn these things so that way you can better coach your team. So just remember, every single struggle that you go through is another deposit into your success bank account. The more you learn, the more you can teach. You guys, whenever I was in my other network marketing company, I failed for almost 3 years. 3 years of failing. I am talking like flat on my face failing. I am talking embarrassing failing. I'm talking I spent more money to run my business than I ever got compensated for. That's not very attractive. I did that for almost 3 years before Monate. So I did a lot of failing before I got into this, and even a year ago, I failed for an entire year in Monate. If you guys know my previous, like my story that I've shared a lot, my residual was actually dropping, and that can happen for anybody. You guys can steer off course. However, you guys just need the bumper carts a little bit. Just get back on track, okay? It's normal. It's totally normal, okay? So anyway, one thing I will say is, I can't remember who said this on the Super Saturday. I know Stuart McMillan actually wrote Maggie. So Maggie at the Super Saturday, she wanted to remind us of an acronym that Stuart gave us on one of the director calls. And it's called LACE. So it's LACE. L stands for lift each other up. It's a big deal. You guys have got to be lifting each other up. That's what this is all about. That's what life is all about in general. So if Monate's helping you to have an avenue to do that, kudos to you. Utilize it. Lift each other up. A stands for accountability. Set goals and follow them. Follow through with your goals. You're not writing down goals for wishful thinking. You're writing down goals as a map. Okay, and you're on this destination. You can pull over and take pit stops if you need to, but you are on your road. C stands for challenge each other. Challenging each other, get an accountability partner, get a running buddy in this business. Whether it's your downline or a crossline or your upline, find somebody else who's going to encourage you. Okay, I need to start working out. Let's not go into detail on that. I've got to get my butt back into shape, okay? Literally, I lifted couches out of here the other day and I thought I was going to die. So on my Apple Watch, I have the activity thing. I added my sister on there, and we're going to hold each other accountable for filling up our rings every day. It's not a big deal. It's just something that I'm doing all the time, but I did write out a goal and I set it up to where it's something that'll happen every day. Same thing in your business. Your business, the day is going to come and go whether you did your business or not. If you have somebody else saying, did you get on the treadmill today? And making you feel bad for not doing it, that's an accountability partner. So you guys have got to have somebody that's going to hold your hand and get on to you when you don't do the things that you said you were going to do. Are you going to do it or you're not? You need a friend to kind of probably kick you in the butt a little bit. And then E, but always remember the L, lift each other up. So if you guys are being accountability partners, you know, you can beat each other up a little bit, but lift each other up, encourage them to keep going. C, challenge each other. So challenging each other, I couldn't remember if I read this one or not. Yes, I didn't. Okay, challenge each other. So set goals and challenge each other. My sister is probably one of the biggest challengers that I've ever worked with before, Janice. She will always, every time she's always like, oh, I signed somebody up today. Or she was always so good at getting VIPs and I sucked. So she encouraged me. And the more and more I challenged myself against my sister, not against her. I could never probably outdo her VIP acquisition. She's incredible at it. But I did go from like only 600 in PV to 3,500 the 2 months that I really hustled my butt and got it done. So I challenged myself. You don't have to be comfortable in your area. You can always continue to grow. So compliment each other on everyone else's leadership skills and make sure that you guys are just giving love to one another and leading by example. The best thing you could ever do for somebody is to lead a beautiful life. One that's giving and helping one another out, and that's going to create your culture, and that's going to create more excitement. So create some excitement in your business. The people who get paid well are the people who can fire themselves up without somebody else doing it. So just remember that. If you can fire up yourself and more of your team, then the more income that you will have and the more success that you will have. But simplicity will rule your world. Trust me, it will make things so much more simple. So if you're stuck, figure out exactly what you're stuck on. Go back through the onboarding process. You guys know those 7 steps. Know your why. Know how much time you can commit. Know your income that you were striving for that month. That is a goal. You guys have got to have an income set for what you want to achieve. That way you can evaluate whether you hit it or not. Got to have a contact list. If you are not redoing your contact list, which is a living, breathing contact list that is continuously growing, then you are in the wrong. If you want to be successful in your business and have a good habit, and this is not something that you should be sitting down and just be like, I wish I knew somebody. I just wish somebody would come my way. It doesn't work that way. Get out of your freaking house. Go put something cute on. Go to Ulta and go stare at people in the like the hair aisles. There's people out there right now who have not heard about Monet. They're signing up under somebody else too. So get out there and share it with other people so that way you can get compensated and you can work with those people. What was I talking about? I don't remember. I just totally got off track. But anyway, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I was doing this. I was doing a list. Contact list, launch event. So your launch event can be like I talked about before. If you guys are just now getting on, go back and watch the beginning. Your launch event does not have to be a big event with 15 people. I recommend it. But Kendall Weldon, myself, and dozens of other people just started off with coffee dates and lunch dates. Yes, it's more time consuming because you probably have to go eat lunch with somebody 5 days out of the week instead of having 5 people at one event. However, if that's working with their schedule and they would rather have one-on-one time, do it. Go eat lunch with somebody else instead of eating lunch at your office or at your house or wherever else you're going to go. You got to eat. E on LACE was enjoy each other. Did I not talk about E on LACE? I probably didn't. No, I probably didn't. E is enjoy each other on LACE on the acronym. Thanks, Nori. So enjoy each other and have fun in the process of what you guys are doing. If you're not having fun, nobody's going to sign up on your team. If you're not having fun, your downline is not going to want to have very much to do with you. So in order for you guys to really enjoy your business, rule number 1, never speak bad about anybody. I don't care how much they pissed you off today. Don't ever say anything, please. Thank you very much. Don't ever talk bad about your upline. Don't ever talk bad about crossliners. Don't ever talk bad about your downline. If you were talking bad about one of your uplines, guess what? You just sabotaged the relationship with all of your uplines to your downline. So now guess what? All of your downline is going to come to you for everything. You will never have help because you just told your downline not to go to your upline. I have seen this happen in organizations left and right, and it just amazes me that people will talk bad about somebody and sabotage someone's relationship that's going to help them to be more successful. It blows me away. I don't think hardly any of you guys do that, but here and then, if the thought comes up to talk bad about anybody, stop. Freeze, make it awkward if you have to, and just say like, I'm so sorry, I don't want to say that, never mind, okay, go away, go away. If you have to just completely freeze in the middle of your conversation, just remember that. Don't ever do that. Don't talk bad about anybody in your organization. Crossliners too. You guys, everyone in here is on my team. If you guys have something negative to say about someone else that's in the organization, don't ever do that. It's not good for Monet. It's not good for you either. It makes you look bad. So just remember that talking ill and ugly about other people makes you really ugly. You guys don't want to be ugly. This isn't an attraction business. You're not going to attract anybody into your business if you're being ugly. So enjoy one another. Find the good qualities in people. And if there's some serious issue that needs to be handled, take it to compliance. That's what they get paid for. I don't get paid for it. I don't get paid for handing out tampons in Midol. I get paid I get paid for encouraging one another, leading by example, and LACE, lifting each other up, accountability, challenging each other, and enjoying each other. That's what this is about. So anyway, I thought I would throw that in there because every now and then it gets brought up, and I think that people underestimate the damage that it can do. They really underestimate it. I have seen some serious damage that it has done from somebody talking ill about their upline. I mean, yeah, the upline's not your business, but you guys have got to understand, there's people on my team that Ann Fisher works with. There's people on my team that Tony Van Schoik works with. I've never talked bad about these two people. They have helped my business tremendously. You know, I've never been perfect in my business. I have fallen on my face. I have said things that I wish I shouldn't have said. We're all learning and growing here. But I will say this, I've stopped myself, I've apologized, and I've moved forward, and I've learned by catching myself the next time it gets brought up. So if we're all human here, you know, we're all human. Nobody's perfect. Everyone's going to make mistakes. And forgiveness is a really big part of this business too. You know, you're going to have to learn to forgive everybody in life at one point or another, or else you're just going to be miserable. Might as well practice in your business, because it's going to allow you to be financially set if you keep moving. So please repeat LACE. Okay, I'll repeat the two different things that I have. LACE is lift each other up. So lift each other up. A is accountability, set goals, and follow through. C stands for challenge each other. E stands for enjoy each other and have fun together. Don't have fun by yourself, have fun together. That's the point. And then whenever you're stuck, the 7 part list that I want you guys to go through is your why, your time. I mean, really go through them. I'm not giving this list out for bullcrap, you guys. This list has gotten me unstuck so many times. It's gotten my sister Janice Higgins, who was like at not barely getting paid as AED. This is what helped her get unstuck to SED. Okay, I'm giving you guys all the answers here, right here. Your time, your earnings. So your why, time, earnings. That's 3. Your contact list, your event that you have scheduled, MMP and Smart Start. MMP and Smart Start, actually I like to put in Smart Start first before MMP, because I think Smart Start, go over Smart Start. Show them the bonuses that they can earn. And here's the thing, if you guys are stuck in re-onboarding yourself, what do you do whenever you're going through the list and you get to Smart Start? This is what you do. If you're not teaching Smart Start to somebody, go out there and find somebody who you can teach it to, which means go recruit somebody so you can be teaching Smart Start. Your basic goal in this business is to be teaching other people how to become as independent as quickly as possible. Your job is to teach people where to find resources, how to lead their team, and how to accumulate those bonuses. So just remember that. This is what you do. You go back to Smart Start, and you make sure that you're teaching somebody. And then the other one is MMP. Same thing. If you guys are relaunching your business, or if you're stuck, you need to be helping somebody else get to MMP. That is your goal. You can have an MMP in one day. I've seen somebody sign up their friends the same day, and they hit MMP. So make sure that you guys get unstuck by going through these simple steps. And whenever you get that aha moment, I want you to train your team, train your people on how it worked out for you. Because every time you learn something, if you can share it, you're giving value. The more value that you have, the more trainings that people will show up for, the more people will be able to get unstuck, and the more income that you and your people will be able to make. So make sure that you are simplifying down your business, and remember that not everything's done at the one event that you have planned 2 weeks from now. It's not going to happen. You need to figure out what you're doing today that's going to make you more successful today. And those little things that you do in the business don't ever get recognized, but it's going to accumulate into these big things that will be recognized, like a rank advancement. So stick in the nitty-gritty, stay in the trenches, and continue to love on one another and be positive-minded and speak affirmation into your business. If you are saying that you can't do this, then you are 100% right. One of Sarah's biggest things that she ever did was just say that this wasn't for her and she couldn't do it. And I told her one day, finally, after the several phone call, and I've done this to my upline too, but Sarah talks about it publicly, so I think I can talk about it. So, but I told her one day, I was like, whether you think you are or you aren't, you're absolutely right, because I heard it from someone else, so I was like quoting it, thinking, oh sure, it sounded good, so hopefully this works for her. But you guys, she quit making, like, we quit having those phone calls shortly after that, and then the onboarding system came out, things changed, her mindset changed. I haven't heard Sarah say I can't do this in over a year now. So that's pretty cool. And look at her. She's a senior executive director. She's got a senior executive director on her team. She times 10 her income. She was making about $1,000 a month, and y'all, like, this is, no, not times 10, that's, I don't know, it's ridiculous. I'm not going to say anything else because I'm going to end up saying her paycheck. So anyway, you guys, this works. And I'm totally over on my time. I was supposed to meet somebody at 2:30, and it's a 15-minute drive. I'm late. But anyway, okay, I'm going to jump off of here, so I am not late. I am already late. Never mind. However, thanks to you guys for jumping on. And just remember that if you are not in the habit of learning constantly and digging into books constantly, then you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, you can't get to the top of this company without those books under your belt. I'm sorry. There's no shortcuts. You're going to have to dig. You're going to have to learn a lot. But the best news that I have for you is the journey and the process along the way is going to be the funnest you've ever had. You're not always going to have 100% ups, but trust me, the ups are way more than the bad once you start building these good habits and cut out all the negativity, and you're focusing on helping other people. So, all right, Lena, I'm calling you in just a minute. So I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, have a wonderful Tuesday. Bye.